Guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. So we have some more transfer news. Dean Huijsen to Real Madrid. Here we go. Confirmed by the man himself, Fabrizio Romano. And, you know, I've made two transfer videos. Both players have gone to Real Madrid. You know, they are the glamour club. They are the club that every player wants to go to. And when Real Madrid come knocking, it's hard to say no. And I said that in the Trent video. And, you know, Real have gone in for Huijsen and they've got him. You know, other clubs were interested in Huijsen. I think Arsenal were interested. I think Chelsea and Liverpool were the other clubs in the Premier League. And he's chosen Real Madrid. You know, obviously Huijsen is Spanish. So that's probably a big indication why he's picked Real Madrid, going back to his home nation. But yeah, Real Madrid are going to be paying 50 million for Huijsen. I'm not sure if they are paying the release clause, because I do think there is a release clause in the Huijsen contract at Bournemouth, but I'm not sure if they're paying it. But they are paying 50 million. That might be the release clause. I don't know. But yeah, what a signing for Real Madrid this is going to be. You know, I think Huijsen goes straight into the team, to be honest. I mean, I think it's going to be Rudiger and Huijsen. But, you know, you've got Militao, you've got Alaba. You know, Real Madrid have depth in that centre-back position. I mean, Militao is injury-prone. To be honest, so I can see why, you know, Xabi Alonso and Real Madrid have got this signing because, you know, he was a sought-after player. And Real Madrid doing what Real Madrid do. This is what they do. And, you know, you may as well not compete. You know, if Real Madrid want a player, they're going to go and get the player. It's fact. It's just fact. Like, no one turns down Real Madrid. And, you know, you got to feel sorry for Bournemouth. But, again, this always happens with the smaller teams. You know, you get a player to have a good season, they're going to leave. And unfortunately for Bournemouth, Huijsen probably has been one of their best players this season. Obviously, you know, he's not only a ball-playing centre-back, he's a goal-scoring centre-back as well. You know, he scored against Manchester United, he scored against Spurs, he scored against Arsenal. Like, he can pop up with a goal at centre-back, Huijsen. And it is a blow for Bournemouth. But this is what happens, you know. Go and ask Southampton, go and ask Brighton, because it's happened a lot to Southampton and Brighton over the years. When big clubs come knocking, they're always going to move, and it's happened again. I mean, I don't think this is going to be the only player to leave Bournemouth this season. I think other players will leave. I do think Semenyo as well will leave Bournemouth. I don't know where Semenyo's going to go, but I do think a big team will come in for him, and he'll leave. And Bournemouth are going to have to rebuild again. I mean, listen, it's one player, but Bournemouth can cope without Huijsen probably. But it is a big blow, you know. He has played for Roma as well. I think he played under Mourinho. Mourinho said like he was one of the best up-and-coming centre-backs in the world when he was at Roma. And he is. And he's proven it this season in the Premier League. He's been unbelievable in the Premier League, Huijsen. And, you know, for Real Madrid, you know, they're getting another young player, another player with very, very high potential. And, you know, nowhere near his peak yet, Dean Huijsen. Going to grow at Real Madrid, and what a environment to grow at. And, you know, clearly Xabi Alonso has looked at the centre-back position at Real Madrid and, you know, decided that he wanted Huijsen, you know. And I feel like with the Trent one, it was always inevitable. Trent was always going to go Real Madrid. You know, it didn't matter if Alonso wanted him. Trent was always going to go. He was always going to run down his contract and leave Liverpool, which is what he did. But, you know, Xabi Alonso was coming and said, give me Dean Huijsen. And Real Madrid have delivered again. But, yeah, you know, 2 transfer videos, 2 Real Madrid videos. I mean, how many more Real Madrid videos am I going to make this summer regarding transfers? It could be quite crazy. But yeah, Real Madrid doing what Real Madrid do. When they go in for a player, they get them. You know, they don't mess about. Real Madrid, they do not mess about, and you know they will sign more players. They will. I don't know who, but you know, Huijsen was heavily linked to Real Madrid, like only recently as well. I think. I mean, obviously, I think we all kind of, especially you know, if you watch the Premier League, we all thought Huijsen was going to leave Bournemouth in the summer. But you know, Real Madrid have only like recently got got into contact with him like a month ago, and they've wrapped it up already. You know, 50 million is not cheap, but it will be worth it in my opinion. You know, because you look at his potential. You know, in 3-5 years, he could be worth double that. Dean Huijsen, he really could. I think he's got the world at his feet as a centre back. And yeah, I think he's going to go very, very far with Real Madrid. But you know, going back to Bournemouth, I think Bournemouth are going to be fine without Huijsen. To be fair, I do think they will be fine. Obviously, it's a big blow. It is a big, big blow. But you know, they've just got to get on with it. I mean, I don't know what Bournemouth fans think. I even think the Bournemouth fans knew this was coming, and you know, I actually think Bournemouth, you know, fans should feel proud. I actually feel like when small clubs get a player, you know, and they guide them, they make them better, and then a big club comes in for them. Obviously, it's sad to see them leave, but you get a lot of money, and yes, they're going to a better club. So I think Bournemouth fans, you know, they knew it was coming, but I think they'll take it on the chin and be like, "It's Real Madrid, mate. Like, come on, it's Real Madrid. We can't say no. We can't say no to 50 million and to Real Madrid. Like, who do we think we are?" But yeah, Dean Huijsen to Real Madrid. What a signing again for Real Madrid. I do believe, guys, the next transfer video I will make will be Jeremy Frimpong to Liverpool. I think it's going to happen within the next 24 to 48 hours. Here we go by Fabrizio. Frimpong to Liverpool. It hasn't happened yet, but I think it will, and we will make that video when he does say those three magic words, Fabrizio. But Dean Huijsen, here we go. So Real Madrid has been confirmed. Well, guys, let me know in the comments your thoughts on Huijsen going to Real Madrid. Let me know how you think he's going to get on in his first season in La Liga next season. And yeah, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Catch you later.